In our last video, we took you to Boracay's Bitcoin Island and showed you how, in this little piece of heaven, it is possible to live while spending only Bitcoin. But the truth is that not all Boracay's merchants seems to have understood why Bitcoin is a great opportunity for the island and for their business. For example, we walk into this store to buy a swimsuit and pay for it in Bitcoin. All smooth. But watch what happens when we go back to the same store about a week later.
515.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can we pay with Bitcoin?
The Bitcoin payment now, sir, is not available.
Why? We
Yeah.
paid here 1 week ago, 10 days ago.
It has a problem on Bitcoin. It has problem.
It has problem.
Yes.
Bitcoin
Yes.
is broken.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's broken Bitcoin. Who broke it? You?
No, sir, our boss.
Your boss broke Bitcoin. Incredible.
What is happening in Boracay? Why doesn't Bitcoin seems to be winning everyone over?
Do you still accept Bitcoin? No? Pouch? There. Okay.
You don't accept pouch anymore?
Thank you.
Thank you.
They were like, yeah.
It only takes a few days exploring on the island to realize that many of the stores that have the Bitcoin accepted here sticker actually no longer accept Bitcoin.
Is it possible to pay with Bitcoin? Pouch? But you have the sign downstairs. Pouch. We need to update first. Excuse me? You're closing, right? Yes. But do you accept Bitcoin? Still? Not anymore? Okay.
Not anymore? Why?
My another phone is broken.
Your other phone is broken? Oh, and you have the app on the other phone? Okay. You can download it on the new one. If we come tomorrow. Woo! You forgot the password. So even if we come back tomorrow, we cannot eat. Okay, so no.
We try to get a haircut at this hair salon. Hear what they say.
Hello, sir. Are you the owner here? Are you the owner?
Yeah, no. I'm the worker.
You work here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you accept Bitcoin?
Bitcoin? My boss, we don't have Bitcoin, but in my coworkers, but she's not here. My coworkers, she's the only one to accept to the application.
Okay.
But me and my coworkers, no.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it's very hard to change the Bitcoin here in Boracay.
If I pay you in Bitcoin on pouch,
Yeah.
you receive pesos.
But we
But
don't-
it's harder to take them out cash, to cash it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
very hard.
You may think we are sad for Bitcoin. I'm actually sad because Rick is not gonna have an haircut.
Exactly. Look at my head. I look like a porcupine.
It's not true.
Pouch is the most widely used app to accept Bitcoin on the island. This startup has invested heavily in onboarding hundreds of merchants. They have even gone so far as to open a Bitcoin office on the island's busiest and most famous street. This is a photo taken from the internet showing what the Bitcoin office looked like 6 months ago, with its giant Bitcoin logo on the roof. Today, instead, it looks like this. What you see here behind me once was Pouch's headquarters on the island, also known as the Bitcoin office. As you can tell, it's been closed for months now, but while the company's sign has been removed, that poor Bitcoin logo on the roof has been left there to discolor and fall apart. Not the best advertising for Bitcoin anymore, I guess. What didn't work? We asked Ethan Rose, CEO of Pouch.
The way we onboarded the merchants, for one thing, I think the incentives weren't aligned and the story that we told wasn't rooted on reality. It was maybe wishful thinking. Like we looked at actually El Salvador citing that like 30% tourism increase just by accepting Bitcoin, adopting Bitcoin as a country. So we're like, well, surely we can get at least a fraction of that, right? Maybe 10% tourism increase. That would be like hundreds of Bitcoiners, maybe 1,000 Bitcoiners, right, at any given time, like coming here to the island. That's crazy. Not well, in retrospect, right? The reality is maybe 3 to 5 Bitcoiners at any given time are on the island here, which means that when we had at one time 200 merchants accepting Bitcoin payments, most of them just never had a customer pay with Bitcoin, and so they forgot how to do it. They stopped caring. They lost their QR code, deleted the app, whatever. As of today, we don't have plans to provide education just because kind of financial resources, I guess, and people, the lack of human resources, right, to help provide education. One problem that we ran into, actually, there's a lot of foreigners who come and want to teach about Bitcoin, but it's really hard to
You need the locals.
get a local, somebody that you can trust, influencer in the culture to be the one providing the education. And because Boracay is a small region with a local language, very few local language speakers of Aklanon, it's harder to find that like person to head up the education. There's actually a real need. $35 billion plus every year flows into the Philippines for consumer retail remittances, just Filipinos working abroad, sending money back to the Philippines. And remittance companies on average take 7%. Now we have partnerships, like for example with Strike, to make the user experience of using Bitcoin in the background for global settlement instant and more affordable. So now somebody can use the Strike app from the US, for example, pull directly from their US bank account and instantly get Philippine pesos in a Philippine bank account. And we're just kind of in the background facilitating those receiving the Bitcoin, making sure it gets to the recipient in their Philippine peso bank account. It only costs 2.5% instead of 7%. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
In our exploration hunting for Bitcoin in different communities around the world, we have shown how the main obstacle to adoption is lack of education. This is true in El Salvador, where despite the legal tender, there are many stores that have stopped accepting Bitcoin, as well as on the island of Boracay. Bitcoin is a concept that is too radically new to be fully understood without a proper educational program focused on the local population. It is this, arguably, that has been lacking on the island. This is proven by the fact that even if Boracay has a few tens of thousands of residents and the Bitcoin Island project has been working here for more than a year, when we ask Filipinos about Bitcoin, there are so many who have clearly never heard of it.
Good morning! Hello!
You want this one, madam? Do you accept Bitcoin? What? Do you accept Bitcoin? Bitcoin? Yeah, you are.
Really?
Do you accept Bitcoin? Bitcoin, guys? Do you guys accept Bitcoin? Ano Bitcoin, ha? Bits front? Bits... What I mean?
Bitcoin.
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 It's okay,
It's
guys.
okay. Thank you.
Ciao.
Some even manage to mistake it for a credit card.
You accept Bitcoin?
No.
No? Why not? It's better money.
Here in Philippines, your credit is good, but we need cash.
Even if adoption on the Bitcoin island is not a resounding success, Boracay remains one of the most beautiful and enjoyable destinations for a Bitcoin traveler. In the next video, we will show some of the most amazing things you can do in Bitcoin on the island and delve into Filipino culture by mingling with the locals. Subscribe to our channel to follow along.
Show me, Laura, how you do. Lots of musicians in Boracay, young
All
musicians.
you need in life is good friends, music and Bitcoin.
I don't know where she gets these things, you know?